Isn't it funny when people just refuse to accept the truth? They refuse to accept reality. They live in denial. Like, no, this is not true. No matter what you say, no matter how much evidence there is, no, it's not true. You guys remember a few weeks ago when the report came out that Luminous Productions were once again merging back with Square Enix. That was clear indication that Forspoken flopped because they did this a month after the game release. Only a fool would think that the game still did well. We're going to get to that. So because of this news, I did a tweet where I said, damn, they didn't waste no time on this decision. The game only been out for a month. Yes, that's very quick to give up on the game. To give up on a game in a month means the game flopped hard. But because of this tweet, PlayStation fanboys, they came after me. This guy, Fail Pyromancer, said, "You love making yourself look like a clown. Enjoy the clout from the rest of the clowns that follow." Then he puts up a list of the NPDs. For some reason, these PlayStation fanboys felt that Forspoken charting number 7 on the NPDs meant that the game was a great success. Of course, we know that was not the case. Portorock says, January NPD is out. What was that game these stands were saying outsold Forspoken again? I don't see it. Of course, they were going after HiFi Rush because, HiFi Rush, it did pretty well for Xbox, but it wasn't Gamepass. So they were attacking HiFi Rush. Then Fail Pyromancer also responded. He said, how is it a flop if it broke in the top 10 in NPD and currently still selling well enough that it hasn't gotten a price drop yet from $70? But believe what narrative you want. You're an insider, so I'm sure you know what's really going on. I'm clearly not an insider. I just read. I just see what I'm looking at and understand what the hell I'm reading, dummy. Then, of course, there was some PlayStation fanboys saying, well, they're doing DLC, so how is it a flop? Oh my God, these guys aren't too smart. So I said, what does that have to do with the game flopping? You bringing up DLC, upcoming DLC means you're insinuating that it didn't flop. Did Forspoken flop or not, sir? Then this guy, DeAndre Thomas, says, for you think it flopped because of critical reviews and it's not available on your preferred platform yet. Commercially, the game is successful since budget was low and game sold well enough to be on top 10 NPD. Steam, it sold 160 units at $70. Now these guys want to sit up here and talk about the budget? You want to talk about the budget now? Well, the budget, really? That's what we're going by. The budget of the game. It didn't flop because the budget, this was a AAA game, man. A AAA game and the game flopped. Listen, the game flopped and it has become official that the game flopped. Square Enix says Forspoken sales have been lackluster. Plus, many small and mid-sized titles released in 2022 did not perform as well as we had expected. Square failed to meet expectations, not one, but on some small to mid-sized games. Listen, man. Stevie Wonder conceded that this game flopped. PlayStation fanboys refused to accept it. They were living in denial. It's okay, man. It's okay. Some games just don't do well. I know you guys hyped the shit out of this game, but it didn't do well. Not enough of you pieces of shit bought it. It is what it is. Now we will move on with our lives. But with this information, of course you guys know what happened. Some PlayStation fanboys came out with the reasons they feel the game flopped. Or the questions they have about this game flopping. This guy asked Benji Sales, how many copies you think it has sold, Benji? Benji Sales says, probably less than 1 million. Japan sales are under 100K. Steam is probably somewhere around 100K to 200K. and it didn't chart high in the US or Europe. So these guys are like, Benji, how many sales do you think it had? How many copies sold, Benji? Sales? Can you please help me? I just need to know the exact numbers. You don't need the exact numbers, dude. The shit flopped. Get over it. Then this guy, Omni Game Player, says, not saying the sales were good or anything, but does the Square always have massive expectations for their game sales? Maybe a bit unrealistic. Benji Sales says often yes. In the case of Forspoken though, it was pretty evident since launch that it was underperforming. Wow. Now these guys are going after Square Enix. Well, Square Enix, their expectations are unrealistic. And yes, that's partly true, because in the past they'd had unrealistic expectations for their games. But it goes back to the game flopping from the beginning. Forspoken flopped from the beginning. And these dumbass dummies felt, because it charted NPDs, that the game was a massive success. Oh boy. Now this guy, Hockey, says, every Square Enix game underperforms, really due to unrealistic expectations they do set. Benji once again says, while it's true SE often has unrealistic expectations, it was pretty clear looking at charts that Forspoken wasn't doing well since launch. Let it go, fellas. Let it go. I know Square Enix had unrealistic expectations on their titles in the past, but this one right here, Forspoken, flopped from the beginning. From the beginning. Damn, it's okay. These guys feel any game PlayStation has to do with, whether it's marketing, whether it's a third-party exclusive, that game must be a 90 plus and it must sell 20 or 30 million. That's how they feel. If that doesn't happen, there's a legitimate reason that the game didn't sell extremely well. That reason can never be the game was shit. And most of the times it's because the game is shit. Forspoken is a clear-cut evidence, example, I should say, of that. Now, remember the guy, Fail Pyromancer, that said Forspoken wasn't a flop, and he attacked me personally, said I'm a dummy, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm a bot, that's clueless. Yeah, that guy. He responded after the official news that Square Enix flopped, and he said, I guess it's another Days Gone situation. Shitty reviews of a game that a year from now people will say it's a gem. It deserves a sequel, blah, blah, blah. Look at that. Him so upset. Now you want to talk about Days Gone. Oh, man. Days Gone sold well, though, sir. It didn't get the best reviews, but Days Gone sold like 9 million. How many did Forspoken sell? Oh, that's right. Y'all don't know, and y'all are trying to find out so y'all can have exact numbers for your back and forth with Xbox guys. But you said the game didn't flop because it charted, Fail Pyromancer. And actually, he actually tweeted this. The flop that was Forspoken still outsold HiFi Rush. My, oh my. So in this tweet right here, he's admitting that Forspoken was a flop. He said the flop that was Forspoken. He said it still outsold HiFi Rush. Listen, man. HiFi Rush is an Xbox Game Pass. It was stealth dropped. I'm sure maybe it sold more. Yes, but how many more people played it? These guys still trying to compare game sales in 2023 when Xbox has Xbox Game Pass. They're still trying to compare that. Last week, some ponies was bragging about UK physical sales again. Wolong sold better on the PS5 in the UK. It was 96% PlayStation copies sold and 4% Xbox. Xbox needs to do something about this. You guys are still comparing that shit. Do you guys understand this is a different time? It's different. when the game drops in Xbox Game Pass, there's 30 million Xbox Game Pass subscribers. You just can't compare it the same. These guys are funny, man. But at the end of the day, Forspoken flopped. I don't like to see games flop because I'm a true gamer. But at the end of the day, when PlayStation fanboys talk so much shit, good. I want to see them cry and cope and wish they knew more about the numbers and cry and look at yourselves. Look, it's time for me to get up out of here. But this was funny. This was funny. When that news report came out about Luminous Productions and these guys still said the game didn't flop, just because it charted number 7 in NPD, it didn't chart number 1. It charted number 7. It's a damn shame. Look, guys, it's time for me to get up out of here. But if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you happen to stumble across my channel, you think I'm decent enough, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? And if you subscribe, please hit that notification bell to know when my black ass is doing some new content, baby. All right, everybody. Peace and love. Peace and love. Shit. Damn, man.